So where are they right now in terms of where they need to be in trying to get back and win another title?
I think ultimately where they are right now is a team that is focused on the end of the season. And the mentality has to change, because the bottom line is you've got to get better night in and night out if you expect to put it together when it matters most.
Celtics win the opening tip. Meanwhile, Boston, although they played poorly in a loss in Phoenix on Friday night, Jeff, they have looked very good this season despite a lot of injuries.
I think they have the best offensive and defensive combination of any team in the NBA. The only thing they have to be concerned with is health, as Gasol gets a steal, health, and rebounding.
Bynum running the floor, goes back up, and he draws the foul. Shaquille O'Neal hits Bynum for the first foul of the afternoon. It does look strange, or stranger, him wearing green here than in other arenas.
And I was surprised by the reception. You know, the crowd, those scatters of boos for Shaquille O'Neal, which was surprising, especially when you consider what he did in purple and gold.
Right. How can you boo the guy that helped you win 3 championships?
He played 8 years here, but he is wearing the most hated jersey in Los Angeles.
I don't care.
I agree with you from that standpoint.
And I could understand it if it was the finals. Then it changes. But this is a guy coming back for basically the only time this year.
He plays for Phoenix, they cheer him. For Cleveland, they cheer him. They can't do it when he's wearing a Boston uniform. A couple of free throws from Bynum, and that will be a fun matchup. The Lakers center of the future against the Lakers center of the past. Artest is on Pierce. Rondo gets it. Nice fake from Rondo. Pierce has been shooting well all season, not that time, and Kobe Bryant the rebound. Bryant had a 38-point game on Friday night and that loss to Sacramento. One of a number of puzzling defeats for them at home this season, but they still had the second best record in the West. Fisher thought he got fouled, and then Bynum couldn't hold on. Derek Fisher playing in his 461st consecutive game, and that is the current leader in that department.
And the Lakers are cross-matched with Bryant guarding Rondo and Fisher guarding Ray Allen.
Ray Allen, who's been superb this year, draws the foul. Fisher bumped him. And one of the best free throw shooters in the game will get to the line. Celtics come in with an overall record of 35-11. They're 13-8 on the road. Best record in the East, 2.5 ahead of Chicago, and 3 games ahead of Miami for that best record. Something they did not have in the East last year when they finished with the 4th best.
And that was part of the big discussion. Doc Rivers saying at the end of the year last year, resting those guys. But ultimately, that was the right decision, because you want to make sure that physically they were going to be as healthy as possible down the stretch.
Finding that balance between winning as many games and ensuring the Game 7s on your home floor, and with one of the older teams in the league. He has done a marvelous job so far this year, especially with all the injuries that the Celtics have had. Gasol left wide open, too strong, and Garnett the rebound.
And we can all stop saying this year for Doc Rivers doing a great job. Every year since he's been a head coach in the league. He was coach of the year his first year in the league with Orlando, did an outstanding job every year, and continues. His only thing that's changed is the level of talent he's had to work with.
Pierce goes the baseline. A good hard foul from the Lakers, and Pierce will shoot his first couple of free throws. Kobe Bryant picks up his first. Lakers, meanwhile, coming in. They have the 2nd best record in the West, but they are 7 games back of San Antonio, a team that they play Thursday. They play the Spurs here at the Staples Center. Do they have a shot at catching them down the stretch?
They do, because they're that good and they can put together a run. And San Antonio has been playing lights out, so you never know what. Every team faces some sort of adversity during the course of an 82-game season. It'll be interesting, but I believe that this Laker team can beat any team in the West, whether it be on their floor or on the opposing team's floor.
Well, they've had the best record in the West in each of the last 3 years when they've been to the finals. Ray Allen guarding Kobe Bryant, and Bryant draws the foul before any shot. Allen picks up his first. So the Lakers will inbound. want to welcome those watching on ABC after watching that exciting Miami-Oklahoma City game. And here this afternoon at a sellout crowd at the Staples Center, the first meeting of the season between the Lakers and the Celtics, and the first meeting since that epic 7-game series last year, including Game 7. The Laker victory over the Celtics for the NBA title as Paul Pierce knocks down the shot. Celtics with an early 2-point lead. And a fun matchup to watch, Kobe Bryant and Ray Allen. As Bynum's jump shot won't go. Rondo looking for O'Neal. Good defense from Bynum. Allen, Garnett, nice feed. O'Neal stripped and taken by Fisher, his former teammate. As we were just telling the other audience, Shaq's first game here at the Staples Center wearing the Celtic green. Fisher on the drive. Gasol short that time, and O'Neal the rebound. O'Neal in the starting lineup. He had missed 3 games last week with a bruised hip. Ball poked out of bounds. Our starting lineups brought to you by Taco Bell. And for the Celtics, the usual 4, and Shaq back and healthy. And for the Lakers, that's the starting lineup they hope to have to begin the season. Bynum, of course, had the knee problem, missed early. Both teams, although they have terrific records, both teams are right in the thick of things as Gasol fouls Pierce. Both teams have had some uneven performances.
But if you look at the Lakers statistically, they're so much better than they were last year. Everything from field goal defense to point differential. I mean, this is a really good team who has bad performances in games that they're disinterested against some, lesser teams.
The championship hangover, so to speak. They've lost some real funky games at home as Rondo misses. O'Neal the offensive board, and he's fouled. They lost by 19 at home to Memphis, by 19 at home to Milwaukee. They just lost Friday night Sacramento. But Phil Jackson, although concerned, understands it's not easy for the 2-time champs to be motivated every night, Mark.
And I'm sure people at home have a tough time comprehending that. But you're talking about a team that has been to the finals 3 straight years. It's about winning it all and being there at the end of the road as the Celtics execute brilliantly on the offensive end. They get disinterested and they realize when it matters most, that's when we want to play our best basketball.
And a foul away from the ball. Kevin Garnett called for it. Garnett on Friday night was ejected after getting his second technical. Doc Rivers was ejected as the Celtics had maybe their worst offensive performance of the season. Scored a season-low 71 in a loss to the Phoenix Suns, where they shot the ball so poorly, just 34%. Off the turnover, Rondo able to get it back. Rondo flips it into Pierce. Pierce got bumped by his own guy, by Garnett, but I think Bynum
pushed Garnett into Pierce.
Bryant draws the foul. That's going to be 2 on Ray Allen in the early going. Allen, who did a very underrated job on Kobe Bryant last year in Game 7 of those finals. Not known for his defense, but he's played Kobe well on occasion.
Well, he understands the assignment. You don't want to allow Kobe Bryant to get to the foul line. You stay down. That's good defense by Ray Allen right there. That's excellent defense, staying down in the hand straight up, contesting the shot.
Bryant this year, his minutes are down from what he's been because of the right knee surgery that he had in the offseason. He's not practicing on a regular basis. He's had stretches where he hasn't practiced at all. But he anticipates the minutes to go up now in the second half of the season, Jeff.
Yeah, yesterday when we were talking to him, I told him, Mark, that we had a friendly wager that he wouldn't average 25 points a game this year. And he told me, you're definitely winning that bet because you had the over.
Misses that free throw. Garnett the rebound.
You can't let them know what's going on over here.
Why not?
I mean, that's our business.
Revealing team secrets.
My goodness.
Marquise Daniels just in the game turns it over. Bryant drives on Pierce. And the runner for Kobe Bryant, his first field goal.
But he did dispel the myth that he doesn't practice. He says he doesn't do any of the stuff that's like unrequired running, like sprints, as Rondo knocks it down, because it's this myth that he doesn't practice. He says he shoots every day. He does his lifting on his legs. every day, and he does the defensive work and half-court work. He just, as Knox said, another one, he just doesn't do like stuff like 3-on-2, 2-on-1 type of drills to get loose.
Brian, by the way, just the other night passed Hakeem Olajuwon, moved into the 8th place on the all-time scoring list as Pierce able to hit that jumper. Now the team's getting in a bit of a rhythm.
But to me, it should be reality. It shouldn't just be a myth. I think he's a guy that you want to make sure he's right down the stretch, so give him as much rest as possible.
And that's 2 fouls on Kobe Bryant. We'll see if Phil Jackson takes him out. He does not want to come out. As we mentioned, passing Hakeem Olajuwon, and a few more names that he could pass by the end of this season. The Big E, Elvin Hayes, is next, then Moses Malone, and then his former teammate Shaq at number 5. Of course, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, number 1, Karl Malone 2. Free throw good. Michael Jordan, 3rd, and then Bryant will sit down with a 2nd foul as Shannon Brown comes in. Hey, Mark, I know we talk about this a lot during the course of the season, especially for the big teams. Are you fired up much more when you play one of the elite teams for this game than any other, or is it really, as players like to say, it's just another game?
You try to say no, but the bottom line is yes, you are. And you could see when you look at both of these teams losing to teams that they should have beaten prior to facing each other. So they are definitely fired up, and not just players, but coaches also. This is the ultimate chess match when you're talking about 2 brilliant coaches on the sideline and 2 of the best teams, if not the 2 best teams in basketball.
Artest shot blocked. As Phil Jackson will call timeout. Just under 6.5 remaining in the first. Celtics with the early lead. It's Game 7 of the 2010 NBA Finals. A terrific play, and it's a 13-point lead. Bang! Tie game! It's good! Gasol got it to go! Artest, that's a 3. Bang! The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions. A little more than 7 months ago, as the best rivalry in sports produced an epic 7-game series. Mark, what do you remember from that Game 7?
Well, more importantly, I hate to get away from it, but a lady on the airplane said to me she likes the funny guy, handsome guy with the glasses. I was shocked. Wonderful look.
Thank you.
That blew me away.
That's out of handsome and Jeff Van Gundy just don't fit. But I'll tell you what I remember. The Lakers being able to win with Kobe Bryant shooting 6 for 24. Like, to me, that shows their balance. They crushed Boston on the board, and Boston to this day is convinced that if Kendrick Perkins hadn't gone out in Game 6 with a knee injury, that they would have won.
And for me, it's how you're so close to winning it all. If you're Doc Rivers and the Boston Celtics, you had all the momentum and everything going your way and found a way to lose the ball game. That's something that'll stick with you the rest of your life.
A 13-point lead the Celtics had in the 3rd quarter of that game. And the Lakers coming back. You mentioned Kobe Bryant shooting as a team, just 32% in that Game 7 as Fisher misses, and they still won the game. 23 offensive rebounds for the Lakers, 9 of them from Pau Gasol. And there's Kendrick Perkins. Perkins in his 4th game back. It was Game 6 that he injured his knee, a severe knee injury that had to have off-season knee surgery. Perkins is fouled. Perkins missing the first portion of the season. He's played 17 minutes, 20 minutes, and 20 minutes, slowly getting back in, but he is an integral part of what they do. We talked on Friday, one of our favorite players in the league because he just knows his role so well.
Underrated big man, outstanding defender individually and also team-wise, exceptional at defending the pick and roll, so good and crucial. And you saw when the Lakers realized that Perkins was done, they began to attack the interior of the Celtics, and it made a difference because the Celtics retooled and made sure they would not be shorthanded if something were to happen to Kendrick Perkins.
You know, getting a couple of O'Neals. Shaquille, who started the game, Jermaine O'Neal, who they signed, but Jermaine O'Neal's had nothing but knee problems all season long, and he's hardly played. Just 17 games this season. They also have a rookie from Turkey, Semi Erdan, so they've had center by committee so far this year. Artest can't connect. And Perkins able to save it. Rondo pushing. Daniels on the wing. Garnett, good trailer play.
That's what you want to do against the Lakers. Push the basketball down their throat. You don't want to try to run half-court offense unless you have to, but beat their big guys down the floor.
Shannon Brown, an increased role this year for the Lakers. Artest makes his move, gets inside, lost it. Still got a shot off, but doesn't hit anything, and here comes Perkins playing the point. Pierce has Fisher on him. Fisher trying to belly up. Shot won't go. Rebound Perkins and a loose ball foul. They're going to go against. It is Perkins, who obviously disagrees with the call. Doc Rivers said he's back in midseason snarl form, but not yet in terms of basketball form yet. A little push off there on Bynum. Speaking of injured centers, Bynum now starting to get back in the flow. And what has unfortunately been for him, his usual knee surgery in the offseason. And he's had some very strong games. If he's healthy, Jeff, it just makes such a world of difference with them.
Well, the front court length that they have, Odom, Gasol, and Bynum, the best front court rotation in basketball. Defensively, the length, the shot blocking, the rebounding, but also then offensively, Odom shooting the ball exceptionally well this year from the perimeter.
This is the second Spanish language version of today's game presented by ESPN Deportes. Use the SAP button on your television. 6-point game, just over 4 to play here in the first meeting of the season between these two. Garnett, the high release. And that's been a big part of Boston's success. Garnett has been healthy all season with an exception. He missed 9 games with the leg, but last year it was tough at times with coming back from knee surgery.
Especially when you realize he's their best post player. So without a healthy Kevin Garnett, you're limited to playing on the perimeter.
Bynum comes flying in for the offensive board.
And talking about that also, that was part of the problem that Doc Rivers had with the Celtics the other night against the Phoenix Suns. They went away from post play.
Garnett throws it away. Turnovers have been one of the few problems for them offensively. Otherwise, such an efficient team. It's Lamar Odom with a beautiful drive. Odom is having, without question, an all-star caliber season. Whether or not he gets it, we don't know. The coaches may pick him. Everybody here in LA thinks he should be on it.
So what you want to do is play to your strength. On one end, the post-up play of Kevin Garnett. Take advantage of Lamar Odom, a true 3-man with size. And if you're Odom, point guard position, the ability to put the ball on the floor and go coast to coast. Both guys getting it done.
ESPN's NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC. Brought to you by State Farm. To us, nothing's more important than being there. The all-new Kia Optima, official vehicle of the NBA. And the new Windows Phone. It's time for a phone to save us from our phones.
Celtics by 4. Let's welcome in for the first time today Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, as you know, Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, is back, and this time he's in Celtics green. And just in case any Lakers fan might have any beef about that, he brought his mom along too, Lucille O'Neal. Mama Shaq is in the house, him giving her a big hug and a kiss during warm-ups. I asked Shaq if this return was any different, and he said, no, I'm not into any of that anymore, and apparently the fans don't really care either. He got a very nice warm reception. Obviously, look at those numbers, what he did here in LA. Lots of folks were giving him dap, during warm-ups along courtside, and folks were actually taking pictures with his mom. I asked his mom if it's different for her to see him in green. She said, I'm just happy that he's working. Spoken like a true mom.
Lisa, he is the oldest player in the NBA. Is Perkins with a nice move. He did hear a smattering of boos. Again, some Laker fans don't care who comes back. If you're wearing Celtic green, they absolutely hate you.
No place in this world for hate, Mike.
Odom looking in for Bynum. Perkins, one of the premier defensive centers in the league. Bynum banks it in. We say it every year. If he can stay healthy, he can become just unstoppable.
I love the way he's being very patient on the block. You want to allow all the traffic to clear out and then take advantage of your matchup.
Good ball movement. Here's shot won't go. Celtics are the best shooting team in the NBA at around 50%. Shannon Brown calling for it. Brown's jump shot, that won't go. And Garnett already with 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Rondo, it's his second jump shot already. That one way off. He hit the first and an offensive board. Steve Blake has checked in for the Lakers. Pierce inside, wild shot, and he gets it to go. The LA native.
The Celtics doing a good job of getting Pierce on the move, so it makes it tougher for Ron Artest to defend him. So good when you're standing still, he can use that strength and length.
Artest drives inside, misses, but draws the foul. And Joe Crawford just told everybody to stop complaining. Our NBA calendar, ESPN tonight, the Jazz and Warriors from Oakland. And NBA TV on Monday. Denver plays going to the team that everybody thought he was going to go. Playing against them on Monday. TNT Thursday, All-Star reserves will be announced. Then a great doubleheader, Miami at Orlando, San Antonio at Lakers. And then next Sunday, we'll be in Boston for the Magic and the Celtics. So Crawford talking to Jackson and warning everybody to stop the talking.
He's usually so patient, too. I'm surprised by that.
Joey Crawford in his 34th year as an NBA referee. And Phil Jackson in his final year as an NBA head coach. He has said that this is going to be it. And he said it before, but this time he means it. We were talking to him before the game, and I asked him if he would wanted to have input on who his successor was, and he said not really that. But he did mention he thought Graham has obviously had an opportunity to go to Minnesota. He said Brian Shaw is ready to be a head coach. Frank Hamlin, Jim Clemens both have been head coaches before. Be interesting to see who gets that job.
You think Kurt Rambis wants a do-over?
Daniels misfires.
If I was him, I'd be beating my head into the snow and tundra of Minnesota.
I ever told you you're very funny before.
Artest gets inside and then has something to say to Perkins. Mark, you've known Ron Artest a long time, both from New York City. What's been the difference with Artest this year? Why he's not playing up to his capabilities?
I think last year was a long year. I think right now, as opposed to earlier in the season, looks much more healthier. Body looks sharp, and I think it's a matter of confidence. As the Lakers in transition do a great job in 3-on-1, but his confidence level, he's got to regain.
And I think it's bad for Matt Barnes that he got injured, but it's good for Ron Artest because more responsibility has been given to him.
He was one of the real stars of that Game 7 at 20 points, the big 3, 5 steals. They need him to get going. Final seconds, ball knocked away, goes back to Perkins, does not get it off in time. And that's not the end of the quarter. They're going to put 0.3 of a second back on. Artest certainly engaged here early at both ends. So the Lakers will have 0.3. You can catch and shoot, but you can't do anything more than that with 0.3. Odom looking, fires it to Gasol, and that will end the first period. Lakers ended on an 11-4 run. Odom, a spark off the bench like he's been all season. This presentation of the NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Welcome back to Staples Center. Doc, what didn't you like about the way you guys closed out that first quarter?
Well, just our turnovers, and we broke a couple of our defensive rules, letting the ball get to the middle of the floor.
And how did your game plan kind of have to change when Ray Allen had to go to the bench with those 2 quick fouls?
Well, not much. It just hurt our spacing. I mean, they're a long team, and when you take shooting off the floor, it makes them a better defensive team.
Thanks for your time, Doc. Mike.
All right, Lisa, tough to defend that. Lamar Odom once again with a pretty move. He's got 6 points already. I mean, he's had some wonderful seasons, Mark. This is one of his best seasons of his career.
He's put it all together, and especially in the absence of, Andrew Bynum early on. He's played at an all-star level, and you love it when he's aggressive offensively.
We'll find out Thursday if the coach has picked him. Nate Robinson knocks down the three. Robinson off the bench has played a lot of backup point guard with Delonte West still out with a broken wrist, although West not that far away from returning. He will be an integral part of the Celtics. Shannon Brown, good move, but then lost the handle. Ray Allen back in with the 2 fouls. Allen, that's a three, knocks it down. That's his first of the afternoon. He's now 14 shy of tying Reggie Miller.
You cannot shoot the gap and come off Ray Allen's body. When you do, he gets separation, quick release, he knocks it in.
Gasol, lefty hook. Oh, pretty play for Gasol. You don't see the lefty hook often.
Certainly has the ability. Has a variety of moves on that low block and can really capitalize against length or undersized players.
All right, Robinson, who has the ability to get very hot offensively. And he's hit his first couple. Gasol. Perkins stays with him and knocks it out of bounds off Gasol. Excellent defense from Kendrick Perkins.
You see the screen here by Big Baby. There Brown tries to shoot the gap and stays, instead of staying attached to Ray Allen, the separation, the good pass on target, and the 3-ball.
What's amazing about Allen is he gets inside and puts it in. For a guy who's one of the best shooters in the history of the league, how so open he can be on a regular basis.
And there, Shannon Brown follows him, and Ray Allen puts the ball on the floor and hits the pull-up too. So there's no great way of defending Ray Allen. You have to take away his greatest strength.
Third turnover by the Lakers. Nate Robinson to the basket, stripped, knocked out of bounds. Celtic ball.
Just so good in rhythm. Picture perfect. Always shoot the same type of shot. That's off balance, but it's the same release point and same elevation. My son, who's at the University of Louisville, changing his shot, watching film of Ray Allen. And I fell in love because my son said, "Dad, could you watch and see if you see anything that I can learn?" I watched 5 minutes of Ray Allen shooting jump shots, and absolutely incredible how great of a shooter this guy is. We take it for granted.
Now in his 15th year in the league, he is shooting a career high from the field and from three. That's unbelievable when you think of it. The high level he's playing after all these years is Blake. Nice move. Allen's 35 years old and shooting the ball as well as he's ever been able to shoot it.
And I really believe that you're born a great shooter. You can be an improved shooter through work. But this guy was born with this type of jump shot. Incredible, incredible shooter.
I couldn't even begin to tell you how much I disagree with that statement.
Davis' second effort.
I knew you would, and I'm glad that we disagreed last year when we asked great shooters their opinion. And they agreed with me. Other than Reggie Miller, whose opinion I really don't pay attention to much.
A foul before the shot.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't pay attention to him either. He only made you millions.
We'll talk about Ray Allen when we return early second quarter from Los Angeles.
Thanks.
Celtics up by 9 here in Los Angeles in the second quarter. They are the hated team from Boston, but there's some real respect from Phil Jackson about Ray Allen, who's now 14 shy of Reggie Miller's all-time three-point field goals made mark.
I really admire the way Allen's come back in this season and played. I think he's playing great basketball, and we all know that it's the long in the tooth type of stuff. Talk goes on, and he seems to still be there. And last year, I thought the season took a toll on him, and this year, I haven't seen any sign of that.
He works so hard in the offseason and during the season. He's in as good a shape as any 22-year-old in the NBA.
And nothing like being able to shoot the basketball. Young people out there listening, if you could shoot the rock, you can find a job.
Gasol hits it, and Ray Allen is the first player to the arena in every time I've done a Celtics game or been to the Celtics, and he's here 3 hours before every game getting up his shots.
And interestingly enough that you would disagree with me, because there are guys that spend just as much time as Ray Allen shooting the basketball but could never shoot like him. This guy has a gift to be able to shoot the basketball. Certainly I don't want to undermine the amount of time that he put in, but he has a gift to shoot.
I agree with the gift. I agree there's a certain innate hand-eye coordination, rhythm, timing, but I don't believe when he was born that if it hadn't been for his work, he would have been able to shoot the ball like he has. I'm not saying he doesn't have talent. I'm just saying I don't think it's at the point where he didn't need to do his work either.
Big baby on the drive, gets inside, and the finish. Davis, who has had a terrific season off the bench, has started some as well, having his best season in his young career.
I could see you when you were born being able to design a play.
Odom again.
You know, that's interesting that you said that, because, like, I couldn't do chemistry, but I understood basketball from a young age. But I like chemistry, calculus, I could have studied that for years.
You sound like Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting. Offensive foul on Perkins. I can't play the piano, but put math in front of me, and there he is, right here at courtside.
Oh, come on, Good Will Hunting. How do you like them apples, Matt? Look at this footwork, the release. That was in 0.733 seconds. Is that a quick release? What's a slow release? 0.924?
I thought you were not good at that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting thing. I've never seen someone time it from the time he gets the ball to the time he releases the shot.
I think you can go out on a limb and say that was pretty fast.
So how can you get a shot off in NBA rules in 0.3 if the guy with the quickest release takes 7.33?
And Garnett is hurt. Took a shot in the face. As Rondo brings it across, and
actually bleeding.
Right. There's a blood rule, says Doc Rivers, so they won't have to use a 20-second timeout. You see the cut on his forehead. Garnett trying to explain to Joe Crawford what call was apparently missed. And you see the left arm come down.
That was inadvertent.
Yeah.
But as a player, you sit and say, okay, well, something's got to be called if I got hurt, but that's not a call. That's just Pau Gasol coming down after the follow-through and KG getting cut.
Eddie Lacerte, the longtime head athletic trainer, attending to him.
Nothing like good trainers.
7-point lead right now for the Celtics. On Wednesday, February 9th, ABC is really putting on a show. Matthew Perry returns to television in a whole new arena of comedy. ABC's Mr. Sunshine. Season premiere Wednesday, February 9th, after Modern Family. So Garnett will go back to the Celtic locker room with 6:28 remaining in the second. We'll get an update on him in just a moment.
How about Jack playing poker with Jeff Van Gundy? I'll see your black frame glasses and I'll raise you some red ones.
Oh, come on. Yeah, they don't look good, but they don't look that bad. See, my goal is to be like Mike Brown, the former coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers and now working with ESPN. He has glasses that match every suit of his. It was unbelievable. I used to coach against him. I used to always stare down. How does he have so many pairs of glasses?
You know,
that's not a goal of yours.
You know,
no, not really.
It's going to be as Pierce's foul. Being like Jennifer Aniston, when everybody followed her hairstyle and Friends, everybody's going to have Jeff's glasses now across the country.
I could see him on the cover of People magazine.
This game's starting to turn a little chippy as Pierce will go to the line.
And Mike, this might be a good time to apologize for misinformation from our last broadcast. There were so many technical fouls in that game, and they have been rescinding technical fouls. And I said that They rescind 34% of their technical fouls. I was only off a smidgen. It was 7%. There's been an increase of technical fouls in the NBA by 34%, which I think is not a good sign for the NBA and not warranted in most cases, but I was a hair off.
Well, they do a pretty good job if a player was given an unfair technical of rescinding, and especially because now you get to a certain amount, you get suspended.
Yeah, but here's the point on that. Do they give you the point back in the game that you played and you might have lost by one? No, they don't.
Understand.
So they should be more hesitant to give technical fouls that cause points to be given away.
Hold on, Mike. When did this guy turn into the Fonz? I did not hear him say he was wrong.
I did say it.
No. You didn't say I was wrong?
I said I was wrong.
Whoa, it's a first.
I said that.
No. You remixed.
Pierce inside and throws it out of bounds. Good defense there for the Lakers, but overall the Celtics coming off a season-low shooting. They're shooting 57% so far in the first half today.
ESPN's NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC. Brought to you by Mazda, Zoom, Taco Bell, think outside the bun, and The Eagle, the new action adventure in theaters everywhere February 11th.
Hot ticket at the Staples Center as Celtic fan Matt Damon here for the Celtics' lone visit of the season during the regular season. George Lopez, the regular Laker fan, is always here. Jimmy Kimmel sitting courtside as well as the two coaches getting pumped up for their team's game here today.
Hey, guys, listen. Paul drives and goes. Keith, you go this way, everybody. There's nobody back. Come on, guys. Don't break our rules on defense.
6 for 6 they are this quarter. I mean, Little League stepped up and back picked us here. We weren't guarding the inside. We didn't help on this back pick. Come on now. We're better than that.
Nobody's happy.
He just stole Mark Jackson's line. You're better than that? He's got to, isn't there a footnote that you have to, that's your trademark.
That's encouraging. That means I could be Wyatt one day. I could coach.
Yes.
You think when Kobe's driving to the basket, he says, "Mama, there goes that man"?
No, but when he's jab, step, and jumper, he does say, "Hand down, man down."
Rondo, the NBA's assist leader, having another superb season. He'll no doubt get a bid for the Eastern Conference All-Stars when it's announced on Thursday. Ray Allen perhaps could be for Celtics, named by the coaches. Rondo inside. And a turnover, 22nd violation. You want your favorite team at home, on the road, anywhere with NBA League Pass. Sign up now for a special half-season offer. Call your local cable, satellite, or telco provider today, or log on to NBA.com/League Pass. The patch on the head, he's ready to go.
And you touched on the could be 4 Celtics, and both of us agree that it should be 4 Celtics representing the Eastern Conference the All-Star weekend.
Artest too strong. Artest gets it back. Shaq with another block. 2 rejections for Shaquille O'Neal. Rondo tried to draw the foul, flipped it up. Bryant gets inside, and he's fouled as we check in with Lisa Salters.
Hey, Mike. Well, Kevin Garnett back out onto the floor on the bench right now, about to come in. I was told that he got a couple of steri strips put on that cut on his head and that he will be stitched up after the game. But right now, a couple of steri strips and a big, big bandage.
He's ready to go. Meanwhile, they counted the basket, a goaltend, so Bryant with a chance for the three-point play.
I think we have an NBA first here tonight, Mike. A referee officiating a game where he was the manager, basketball manager of one of the players.
That's correct. Barat Kogut, in his second year in NBA rep, that's him down bottom right of your screen, went to St. John's University, much like our man Mark. And when he was there, Artest was a player, and he was the basketball manager when Mike Jarvis was the head coach. Garnett, nice shot. By the way, the league feeling like Kogut is going to be a terrific referee, just his second year. This is a big game for a young referee. Gasol and Garnett. And Garnett put both hands on. So quickly picks up his second foul. Him playing, again, without worried about the knee and recovering from the surgery, their defense is right back to where it was. Maybe not at 2008, but pretty darn close.
I agree with that, but I also think he's such a big factor in their offense because of his passing ability.
Fisher, count it, and a foul. Nice drive from Derek Fisher. And that's 3 on Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, usually Fisher does not finish well going to his right. Here, attacks the body of O'Neal, blows by Rondo. Good call, good finish by Fisher.
And that's bad defense by Rondo. You don't want to allow Derek Fisher to blow by you. Contain him, keep him in front of you, and force him to shoot a contested jump shot.
The Lakers once again coming back. The Celtics have led by as many as 9 as we're under the 4-minute mark, first half. Garnett on the drive, reverse blocked by Bynum. Shaq gets it back, and that's rejected by Gasol. Bryant on the pull-up, gets it to go, and his crowd alive. O'Neal just pushed Gasol out of the way, and they call a foul on Gasol. I don't know about that one. 2 fouls on Gasol. What did I do, he says.
Well, this is how you have to defend if you're the Lakers. Good job by Bynum coming over, helping Pau Gasol. Once again, contesting without fouling, and it gives you an opportunity to push the ball in transition. Kobe Bryant using that upper body strength, eliminating Rondo and getting a bird's eye view at the rim, knocking down a tough one.
Now they switch and give the foul to Artest on that last one as the Celtics inbound.
Artest wasn't even in the vicinity.
1-point game. Ray Allen fires. Bryant to Gasol. Stripped by Garnett. Gasol gets it back. And Bynum can't get it to go. Gasol tips it out. Bryant. (13-2) run. And a foul against Fisher. Fisher playing physical with Ray Allen there, and that's his second foul on Fisher. Big first half for Kobe Bryant, Mark.
Laker fans enjoying it. You know the rules. Hand down, man down. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers got it going on. Bryant with 15 big points. Lakers up 2.
College hoops coverage continues. Big Monday doubleheader. First at 7 Eastern, Louisville and Georgetown. Then at 9 Eastern, Texas versus Texas A&M on Monday night on ESPN. Here on a Sunday afternoon on ABC, Kobe Bryant and Lakers coming back strong in the second. Bryant with 15 points, 10 of them in the second period.
And he's just had an efficient night. 6 for 8 from the floor. Made a 3, gotten to the free throw line 3 times. But here, the basic pull-up going to his right off the board. And then Rondo gets a piece of the ball. He has to regather as he goes up. And then a beautiful touch to have a soft shot that rolls in.
Yeah, Bryant, once again, leading the NBA All-Star voting. And he said he got a real kick out of it. He says it means they're not sick of me just yet.
The opposing coaches are.
O'Neal trying to go up and under. Nice follow there from Rondo. Rondo is an excellent rebounding point guard.
Tell you what, he doesn't have a lot to show for it, but Shaquille O'Neal is doing a great job battling for position on the offensive end.
Well, and he's been healthy. He has accepted his role and done it well in his first year in Boston. And, oh, Bryant puts it in after the contact as Shaq picks up now his third foul. They had changed one earlier. Little chatting going on between the two. Bryant and Garnett are good buddies.
All former teammates. Gets him in the air, knocks down the tough one. And I love the look afterwards. Remember me, buddy?
Well, one of the things they have at least publicly patched up their differences. Of course, they had their problems a little bit when they played here, and they've said, in fact, Brian said a few years ago that was one of his regrets, that it didn't work more with Shaq and they could have played longer together. But Brian did say after they won the title last year about championship number 5, he said, that's one more than Shaq.
I think they both would admit they did not handle it the proper way when they were teammates down the stretch when it was dwindling down as Pierce knocks down that shot. This is a duo that would have won. You can't even count how many championships they would have won together, but the bottom line is 2 all-time greats, and I love the fact that they now have patched it up.
Fisher gets in the paint, kicks it out for Pau Gasol. 8 points for Gasol. Lakers back up by 3.
This is very good Laker offense, and what it results in is not allowing the Celtics, as Pierce gets fouled, to get it going in transition. When you play quality offense and take high percentage shots, it eliminates the fast break opportunities of your opposition.
And that's where Rondo's at his best, too. When he can push it and create, not only for himself, but for Pierce and Allen as they spot up for the 3.
Bynum's second foul. Rondo's had a quiet start as Pierce hits that. Coming up at the halftime, Hannah Storm, Michael Wilbon, John Barry. T-Mobile halftime report. First game of our doubleheader. What a thriller as the Heat winning on the road at Oklahoma City. And the gang will have some first half analysis as well. Pierce having a strong first half. He's got 15. Odom back in. Bryant weaving his way inside. Oh, that's so pretty. Finding all the seams.
And there's certain guys offensively that when they have that bounce, defensively you're thinking, uh-oh, he's coming after me.
Final minute, first half. Up and under. Doesn't go. Artest can't get it to go. Still alive. Bynum fighting and draws the foul. Good hard-fought basketball down low. As Artest and Garnett being separated.
The follow, Bynum using that length, pursuing the basketball.
Guys in the paint. Kendrick Perkins leaking out. Rajon Rondo leaking out. Against this length and size, you have to have all 5 guys pursuing the ball.
Garnett will sit with the 3 fouls. Kobe Bryant's going to take a seat as Blake returns. Bynum 8 points. Both teams shooting over 50% from the field. And Doc Rivers going to use his 22nd timeout. His team led by as many as 9. So it's a 13-point turnaround as the Lakers lead by 4. And we'll take a quick break as we
Get some stops. Let's get the loose balls. Let's get back to running. All right, let's go.
Garnett will finish the second quarter on the bench.
No, what Doc Rivers is talking about, you're not going to beat this team by playing half-court offense. Let's get it going in transition where we're at our best, and then they have to deal with all of our weapons.
Pierce lost it. Big Baby picks it up and they'll reset. There's the double, deflected by Artest. Rondo whips it out. Good ball movement, and a 3-second violation called on Perkins.
You know, if you look at the Celtics, as great as Rondo is in a half-court set, he's somewhat of a liability. So it eliminates his greatest strength, is what you talked about, Coach.
Right, and there was a technical. Was there a technical?
I think a
foul?
delay of game.
Delay of
warning.
game. Okay.
I like what Phil Jackson did too. Took out Kobe Bryant defensively to secure him, not picking up another foul. And now with 19, a little under 20 seconds to go in this half, brings him back in for offense purposes.
It was a double technical, Jeff.
So I was half right.
We're used to that.
Perkins and our test. Shot clock turned off. Bryant again, spinning inside, double clutches and draws the foul. Saying nobody guarding me as Daniels picks up the foul.
Lamar Odom just gave him a look like, I can't believe how good you are. And I'm telling you, I'd rather see Kobe Bryant miss than many players make. That is unbelievable. Stutter step, crossover, spin. Did you see that look Odom gave him?
Yes, he did.
Oh, my goodness. You can't get a bigger compliment than that look he gave him.
Especially at this level. Lamar Odom should be looking at himself like that. He's complimenting Kobe Bryant and his greatness. He's acknowledging this is a special guy.
Final seconds, Davis heaves it. And a foul called on the play. They're thinking they could put some time back on. Lamar Odom trying to talk to Joe Crawford. They're going to, obviously because the play ended at 0-0-0, they'll go back and look on the instant replay.
Kobe Bryant's going to give Lamar Odom a look now.
That would be a 3-shot foul.
What would he possibly be trying to reach at the ball for?
No reason. That's a bad play. And certainly it looked like Lamar Odom did get him on that right hand, swiping down at the basketball. But in that situation, you just stand there and contest and don't worry about Big Baby shooting that shot.
Well, he clearly got it off in time, and the foul came before the buzzer. So what they'll probably look to see is how much time to put back on the clock, as Odom will be charged with the personal.
And Lamar Odom is a high IQ guy, basketball-wise, and I'm sure he'll be the first to tell you, not a smart play.
And I'll say this, you don't find too many officials, even with contact, that'll make those calls. But I think in that case, that's the right call.
So they'll put 7/10 of a second on the clock. And Davis will shoot 3 free throws. Big Baby, who on Friday night in Phoenix had to leave the game when he injured his hamstring. He has been excellent this year for the Boston Celtics.
When you look at Doc Rivers, I'm sure he's embracing the different options that he will have all of a sudden to finish the season with that front line. Last year he tried to patch things together. This year he has quality and depth.
Crowd delights. By the way, that foul on Odom, just his first.
Well, Coach, when I talk about quality and depth, we're not even mentioning Erdan. Big fella that has given them great minutes. And you can trust on the floor.
Right, they're 6-1 with him as a starter.
And Davis hits 2 out of 3. Blake has time to heave it, which he does, gets it off in time, but falls short. And that will end the first half. Kobe Bryant, 22 points in the opening half, as the Lakers fell behind by as many as 9. And a 15-point turnaround before those couple of free throws from Big Baby. And the Lakers have a 4-point lead. And Lisa Salters has Kobe Bryant.
Thanks, Mike. I just asked Kobe if he was still upset or if he's over it.
No, I mean, I'm not upset. I think the Action Make Sports Center's not top 10 moment.
He did not want to look at you. What did you say to him?
No, I was just teasing him. I mean, it's a tough call either way, but still, in those situations, you just got to back up.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach. Mike?
Well, At least he doesn't get mad at Odom the way Odom has played. In fact, Bryant's been calling for Odom to make the All-Star team this year. Got the T-Mobile halftime report coming up. A terrific first game of our doubleheader. Their show, the Heat winning in Oklahoma City earlier today. And Hannah Storm, John Barry, Michael Wilbon will also have some first half analysis. 2 quarters complete here at the Staples Center. A sellout crowd. First meeting since last year's Game 7 between the Lakers and the Celtics. LA. Halftime at the Staples Center. The Lakers and Celtics meeting for the first time since last year's NBA Finals. And a good first half. Kobe Bryant, 22 points as the Lakers lead by 4. Our Michelin game track. Celtics shot the ball better, rebounded better. But the Lakers with far less turnovers and able to score inside. And again, a 4-point game as we get set for the third quarter. Hello again, everyone, with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. Mike Green on hand. We'll check in with Lisa Salters in just a minute. Certainly Kobe Bryant, you get the sense he really wants this game, Mark, right from the get-go, very aggressive.
Oh, really did a great job of picking and choosing when to be aggressive and what shots to take. Unselfish, finding his bigs, and then when it got close, he took over. Pick and roll, no help on the opposite side, able to step into a rhythm jump shot. How about this? Using the upper body strength, readjusting the shot, and then finishing. Gets a rhythm, gets confidence, and then says, nobody on the floor can guard me. And that's a problem if you're the Celtics. This is good news if you're the Lakers. Look at the shot charts. High percentage shots, not settling, and not allowing his foot to be taken off of the gas pedal.
Meanwhile, for the Boston Celtics, they laid an egg on Friday. Season low scoring and shooting. Paul Pierce is trying to make sure that doesn't happen. They had a good offensive first half.
They did. The only thing that was a problem was their turnovers, 9 in the first half. Other than that, very efficient against a good defense. And it started with Pierce. Pierce misses here. Artest contests and runs out. Pierce gets it back and knocks it in. And then on a pick and roll, Artest was supposed to be forcing it to the baseline. Pierce got to the middle of the floor. And then the step back against good defense by Artest. And then the catch, curl, and go. A Hail Mary type of finish. Pierce also got to the free throw line 6 times, made all 6. Really strong first half by Pierce.
You see Pierce's season numbers, that shooting percentage is a career high. He's had last several years shooting the best of his career. We're set to start the third. Let's check in with Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, I was talking to Doc Rivers about what went wrong and them giving up that 9-point lead. And he said, you know, it was a combination of things. Kevin's injury, foul trouble, giving up offensive rebounds. We just kind of lost our focus, took our eye off of what we were trying to do, and it all happened at once. I asked him what he told the guys at halftime. He said, I didn't really have to say much. I don't mind the score. We just had 5 bad minutes. But other than that, I think we're playing pretty well. Mike?
All right, Lisa. Garnett keeps it alive, knocked it loose. That is, and Gasol picks it up. Bryant with a hand in his face, nails a three-pointer. 25 for Kobe Bryant in just 15 minutes of play.
And again, good half-court defense by the Celtics, but they were not able to secure the ball. And that's the only problem they ever have, is the ability against length, as Garnett makes a jump hook, to finish off their defense with a clean rebound.
What I love about these two teams, they respect each other, but they still compete. They get after it. They play with an edge against one another, and it's refreshing to watch.
Pat Riley used to have a great line. Show the competitor your ultimate respect by giving them no respect at all. And I think that's exactly what they do.
That is he had a lot of good lines. That's
he
a good
sure
one.
did. He must have stayed up late at night.
Ray Allen again guarding Bryant. Kobe Bryant on the pull-up. Garnett chips it nicely to Rondo. Rondo had a very quiet first half, just 2 assists. And a moving screen call on Shaquille O'Neal. And that's 4 on Shaq as he barrels over his former teammate Derek Fisher.
You got to realize who you're playing against. Derek Fisher has been doing this for a long time, recognizing, but give him credit. That's Shaquille O'Neal running down the middle of the floor, and Derek Fisher saying, I'm willing to take this hit and sacrifice my body.
He's nuts. 36 years old. Man, see this mountain coming at you. Gasol against Garnett. And you look at the two finals that these two have had in 08 when the Celtics won and 2010 when the Lakers won. A lot of it determined on the, there's a foul on Bynum, determined on the Garnett-Gasol matchups. And those two go at it pretty hard. Bynum picks up his third.
Well, something has gone unnoticed to start this half. Ron Artest is actually limping. Running the floor, also defending Paul Pierce. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he certainly doesn't have the same explosiveness that he started this game with.
Keep an eye on it as Pierce goes right at Artest again. Nice finish from Pierce and a foul. Pierce, an aggressive move to the basket. Celtics now on a 7-0 run as Bynum picks up his fourth. So Bynum has 4 and Shaq has 4.
Artest tried to body up. Pierce, good job driving the ball hard to the rim. Finishes with his left hand. Bynum a little bit late. No, check that. A lot late to come over and try to either block the shot. And you see, Mark, just like you said, Artest coming out of the game early.
So with Artest sitting, Odom in, Luke Walton in as well. See Gary Vitti, the head athletic trainer, talking to Bynum there on the bench. I don't know what's bothering him. Touching that left knee. Giving an explanation of what's going on. 1 point Celtic lead, so an 8-0 run right now for Boston. Gasol, quick move, draws the foul, and he'll go back to the line. And if that's on Shaq, that's number 5 in just 13 minutes. So 5 personals on Shaquille O'Neal. He hasn't scored, but he has 6 rebounds and a couple of blocked shots. Gasol now 9 points. So as you guys we talked about earlier, as we'll see the foul again. Gasol had that great start to the season when Bynum was out. Leveled off a little bit. Even Phil Jackson thought he played maybe too many minutes early.
It shows you the change in the position also, Coach, the power forward position. Pau Gasol able to face and make a perimeter player type move offensively. Years ago, you didn't get that from your power forward.
Absolutely. And I don't think Phil Jackson, Mike, had a choice to be able to play Gasol anything but huge minutes. I mean, they just had no front court depth as Paul Pierce knocks in the 3. They have a lot of, Ratliff was hurt. The next guy they had was Derek Character, and he's a young rookie. So I think Phil Jackson made the right call there.
Pierce, by the way, has 25. Kobe with 25. Pierce has shot well from three-point range again this year, 42%. Derek Fisher to the basket. Bank shot won't go. Gasol on the tip-in. Good back-and-forth action here to start the third. Garnett calling for the ball. Odom saying he's pushing me off. Garnett tied up. Pierce fakes on the pull-up. Now, he didn't make that one. He's got an unbelievable ability. For a guy who doesn't have a lot of quickness, he can get anywhere he wants on the floor.
Lulls you to sleep, can go either way, and tremendous strength where he can take the hit and still finish.
Walton had it blocked, got knocked down. Still Laker ball, 8 to shoot.
And the great players, you know what they're going to do, and there's not much you can do other than sending help. You're taking a look at Gasol, you look at Bryant, also with Paul Pierce on the offensive end. He's going to get his shot. Your job is to force him towards the help.
Bryant, the pull-up, bank shot won't go. Rondo tips it, and Allen comes away.
But see, the inability to get clean rebounds takes you out of transition. It allows people to get back and set their defense, and the Lakers are so long that they make it hard.
Rondo way off the mark. You've seen him not hesitate to take some jump shots. In some stretches, his outside shooting the weakness in his game. Well, that one way off. The defense one of the strengths of his game as he forces that turnover. And they're going to have a held ball between Pierce and Odom.
And I like on the defensive end with Bryant. Pay attention to the game plan. That's Rondo setting up to shoot a jump shot. Don't overreact. Never ran to the body of Rondo. Lived with him shooting that jump shot.
Odom the height advantage on this one. 9 to shoot if the Lakers maintain possession. And Pierce wins the jump. Garnett once again wants it against Odom. Nice defense from Odom. Ray Allen with a hand at his face. Garnett able to get the offensive board. Perkins now wants the ball. Pierce for 3. That's good. Pierce again. His third three-pointer of the afternoon. He's got 28 points, 12 already here in the third.
Great screen by Kevin Garnett and a very good pass by Perkins. Garnett flared Pierce, and they got the wide open 3.
He scored the last 12 points for the Celtics. They've had a 10-point turnaround here in this third period. Bryant, nice feed inside to Walton. Stripped but fouled. Pierce not happy with the call.
Well, you always hear coaches talk about playing inside out. Here they throw it inside to Perkins. Garnett, good legal screen. And Pierce, a wide open 3. Beautiful execution, unselfishness, and then it always looks better when you've got a guy on a roll like Paul Pierce is right now.
Pierce just saying to you, Mark, let me see the replay. He did not like that second foul called on him.
I can't help you, Paul.
Here, come over and sit down for a minute. Walton misses the second one. We're just about at the midway point here in the third. He's picked up a nice rhythm here in this third quarter. Once again, they go back to Garnett. Odom right there with him. Little stutter move, tough shot won't go. Rebound, Perkins lost it. Rondo with the left hand gets the bounce. And then Rondo inadvertently walking into a Lamar Odom shoulder.
Lamar Odom has played outstanding defense against Kevin Garnett on the block.
Bryant, pass deflected, gets it back. Inside to Odom. Ball poked away. Rondo makes his move inside to Pierce, and the finish. Pretty pass. And Pierce having a huge third quarter. He's got 14 points in the quarter, 30 for the game. And now Phil Jackson wants timeout.
You're playing against great offensive guys. You have to give them your undivided attention. They're allowing Paul Pierce to get uncontested shots and then open shots underneath.
To be in a position of fortune and privilege makes you more sensitive about people that are not as fortunate. You know, the world is just really big, and there's a lot of people, and they're in need of help, and they're in need of people that care about them. That's why you have to be proactive and make sure you make a difference. To me, it's really special to be in that position.
Pau Gasol making a difference off the court. Paul Pierce making a difference on the court. He has been just superb here this afternoon.
Can I give a most improved award to the NBA Cares? I like hearing from the players themselves. It shines such a great light on them.
Absolutely. Very good campaign. So you didn't like the way I read them over the past few
No, you
years.
were off. I didn't want to say that was the problem. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with you. Rondo going at Kobe Bryant. Offensive foul. Bryant steps in and draws the charge. And Rondo picks up his first.
Oh, looking at the Lakers defense, the great Jerry West talked about them not being a good defensive team. And Rondo's eyes talk about that court vision. If you're Luke Walton on the opposite side defending Paul Pierce, your job is not Rondo. Your job is Paul Pierce. Turns his head, not having help responsibility and pays the price.
Bynum down low. Left-handed and draws the foul on Perkins.
You know, going back to what you said, Jerry West made some, I thought some very tepid remarks about the Lakers defense. I didn't think it was any big deal, but it got blown up here in the media. First of all, he has every right to state his opinion. I don't necessarily agree with, I think they're a very good defensive team because of their length and their size, but I'm not so sure, like, people shouldn't have expected him to give his opinion when asked.
I don't think the Lakers will be good for much longer. You can keep a car running for a long time by changing the tires. You can't change a player's tires if there's a loose ball now. How often do they get it? Phil Jackson agreed with some of what he said. But he's just, you know, talking at the time. They've had some funky losses this year, but they were right on track for getting back to a finals and competing for another title.
Well, they are. And it's news if Jerry West says it in Lakerland, if Magic Johnson says it, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all-time great Lakers making statements about the current team. It's news.
But is it I think it was portrayed as being very critical. I don't think it's critical. I think it's just he was saying it how he saw it.
Bryant shot blocked, Bynum shot not, puts it in, and a foul. An important bucket as Boston had gone up by 7 here in the third, and Andrew Bynum now in double figures.
All good things happen when you get dribble penetration. Here, Bryant goes to the rim. Garnett with a good block from behind. But that penetration draws the other big men, leaves Bynum free to go to the offensive board, gets it, finishes it, but just can't convert the three-point play.
Bynum struggling at the line, just 5 of 9. And a foul down the other end. Fisher trying to get physical off the ball with Ray Allen. Did it right in front of Joey Crawford, so he picks up his third. Look at that smile. For one of the nicest guys in the NBA, he can be nasty on the court, Derek Fisher. Very tough. Comes up with a steal there. Trying to draw contact on Allen. Does so. Allen not happy with the call now as Fisher will go to line. So Fisher responds nicely after not agreeing with the last one.
The amazing thing about Derek Fisher, wrestling Ray Allen on the defensive end, battling, it's constant contact. And then you have to be willing to sacrifice your body again for the sake of a foul. That's not contact by Ray Allen, but Derek Fisher does such a great job of making it look like a sniper shot him.
Yeah, but that's a Joey Crawford on that particular play had a bad angle. And Fisher, as a renowned flopper, deserves no benefit of the doubt on those dive into somebody's body. That was a missed call.
A renowned flopper.
Yeah.
He knows him.
He keeps saying this week after week. Hey, listen, Don Nelson, the first year I worked with him in New York, he actually taught it in practice. We were snapping our head back in practice.
Allen comes off the screen. Offensive foul on Perkins, a moving screen. Fisher selling that one as well. Derek Fisher doing some damage right now to the Celtics as Perkins has picked up his fourth.
I mean, look at the cell. We're in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, and give Derek Fisher an Oscar. Outstanding job of selling it like Kendrick Perkins was headhunting.
But I don't understand how you keep falling for the same flop. It's the same head snap, arm throw. The guy's been around for like, what, 25 years?
A little shy of that, but close. 15th year in the league. Ray Allen, the floater. Allen with 13 points. 5-point Celtic lead, 3 to play here in the third.
It's so hard to officiate that call because you don't really know if the contact is really that big or not. It's hard to know.
Bryant, that's good. Kobe Bryant makes it a 2-point game. 28 for Bryant. He just went over a nice round number, 27,000 career points. As we mentioned earlier, he's 8th all-time, passing Akeem Olajuwon the other night. Garnett, hand in his face, nails that one.
7-footer coming off a down screen and then one dribble into a pull-up. Big-time shot by Garnett.
He's got that, he's always had that high release, impossible to block. Double-double for Garnett. Martest wants it, posting up. Paul Pierce. Bryant. Fisher trying to tip it, and it's Celtic ball. Derek Fisher making an impact here in the third quarter.
Trick me once, it's on me. Trick me twice, I don't even know what I'm saying. But that's a flop. Look at that.
Back in Los Angeles, that's the famous Grauman Chinese Theater, where Kobe Bryant is going to have the honor of the first athlete to have his hand and footprints with some unbelievable names in entertainment. And in the month of February, Kobe Bryant will join this illustrious group. Very exciting to be the first athlete. Meanwhile, another guy who's already received that honor, Adam Sandler, is with our Lisa Salter.
Thanks, Mike. I was just asking Adam if his handprint was near Kobe's.
I don't know if Kobe, I know that Kobe got about 3 or 4 cement blocks for his giant hand. And no, I don't know if we're near each other.
All right, I'll have to check it out next time I'm down there. But new movie coming out.
Yes.
Just go with it.
Yes.
I've seen the trailers, but
Yes.
you tell me what's it about.
I can't tell you what it's about, but I know I showed it to Kevin Garnett before, and he laughed so hard he split his head open. That's what you're seeing out there.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was asking you if you were a Lakers fan, and what was your response? Are you a Lakers fan?
I've been a Knicks fan my whole life, so and my family's growing up in L.A. I got the rest of my family in New England, so this stomach's getting me. I don't feel good watching this game. I got no idea what I want to happen.
So what the heck are you doing here?
They gave me good seats.
Okay, good. Come on, you got to tell me something about the movie.
The movie's funny. Aniston's in it. These 2 people next to us are in it. My guy is in love with a younger girl, Brooklyn Decker, and somehow I have to trick her into thinking I'm getting divorced, and Jennifer Aniston plays my pretend wife.
Wow, you're in a movie with Jennifer Aniston.
Dan Patrick is in the movie, but I wrote the part originally for Van Gundy, and but the studio thought that
He turned you down?
he didn't get a chance. The studio turned him down. They said they thought Aniston, the audience would be pulling for Aniston and him to get together, so they were nervous for me. Yeah.
That's true. That was probably a good call on their part. I appreciate you taking the time. Good luck with the movie.
Congrats to Mark Jackson and St. John's today too, Lisa.
There you go, Mark. Back to you guys.
Let's get everything in. St. John's beating Duke earlier today.
First of all, if the plot of a movie is you're moving on from Jennifer Aniston to Brooklyn Decker, how good do you have it in life?
And you could have been part of that cinematic history.
Would not have been believable.
I mean, that's just not right.
Bryant. Minute remaining here in the third. Knocks it down. He's got 30. Same as Pierce. Got a fun showdown here this afternoon at the Staples Center.
And you see now on both ends, Pierce defending Bryant, and on the other end, Bryant defending Pierce.
Rondo. I think that was intended for Perkins, although Perkins not usually the guy who receives those. Doc Rivers obviously not happy with that pass.
Bryant getting quality looks offensively. No help. One dribble pull up. Help can't get there.
That's a clinic right there for younger players on footwork. How to create a separation with pivots and an economical use of a dribble.
Air ball that time. Pierce defended him well, although Bryant thought he was fouled. Rondo calls out the play. Rondo with 5 assists here in the third quarter. The NBA's assist leader has 6 for the game. Makes his move. Robinson for 3. That's good. Nate Robinson off the bench with his 3rd field goal.
And that's the problem you get. You can't help force Rondo to be a scorer. When you help, there's a price to pay because he's looking to throw the pass.
Bryant drives, contact, offensive foul on Kobe Bryant. As Rondo with an excellent job to get in front. 3 fouls on Bryant.
Well, very good job by Rondo moving his feet. Not sure if I like the call. Those block charge calls are very difficult to make. But going back to what you said, Mark, that's a very poor decision by Steve Blake to give help out of the corner on a Rondo penetration. Make him finish.
Rondo trying to draw a foul. Shannon Brown doesn't bite. And that ends the third period. Some individual performances very exciting here this afternoon. Pierce and Bryant both with 30 apiece as the Celtics lead by 5. And this presentation of NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC will continue.
Down 5, what didn't you like about that third quarter?
Well, we did identify Pierce in that quarter.
That was going to be my second question. 30 points for him, 14 points in that quarter. What weren't you doing, and what do you have to do differently against him?
Well, for some reason, Ron's not into him tonight. He's not up and at him, and he's playing rather passive. And so we need to get aggressive with Pierce, make him have to do something else.
Thanks for your time, Phil. Mike?
14 points for Pierce in the period as we begin the fourth, a 5-point Celtic lead. Rondo throws it away. Here's Blake. Blake on the pull-up. Gets it to go. Steve Blake in his first year. The veteran backup point guard now with the Lakers.
And that time defensively, Blake staying at home, and oops, look what I found. Comes up with the steal and the basket.
Ray Allen fires. That's a three. Allen with another one from downtown.
But you give him credit on the offensive end, and then defensively makes a huge mistake. Disconnects from the body of Ray Allen and pays the price. You got to stay on the body of Allen, coach.
And a whistle and a foul. As Kobe Bryant hit.
And this is about knowing your personnel. Sometimes shooting the gap is the right move against some players. But when you're Steve Blake, you shoot that gap trying to go between the screener and the man defending the screen instead of just following Ray Allen. It's going to be very difficult to stop him from getting the three-point shot attempt.
Allen, by the way, leads everybody in fourth quarter threes in the NBA this season. As Bryant misses, Perkins the rebound. Rondo pushing. Rondo's had a good second half. A little quiet in the first half. Nate Robinson tries again and hits again. Robinson, a big spark off the bench. He's got 11 points. And the Celtics up by 9.
You know, coach, and you blame Steve Blake, but Kobe Bryant does the same exact thing. So maybe that's what they're telling them to do. That's the principles. You got to stay at home with shooters and stay connected to the body.
Shannon Brown connects. That 9-point lead the Celtics momentarily had. Their largest. Robinson off the mark.
And normally watching the Lakers, this is where Phil Jackson would give Kobe Bryant a breather to start the fourth quarter, deciding to go with Bryant initially.
This game is such a crazy game. Friday night, Celtics playing Phoenix against a team that is not a good defensive team. They shoot 34%. Here this afternoon against this Laker team, 57% from the field. Shot clock winding down. Allen on the drive, bumped by Gasol. 3 on Gasol. Not the penalty yet. Our NBA calendar, ESPN tonight. Jazz and the Warriors from Oakland. NBA TV on Monday. Denver plays at Jersey. TNT on Thursday. Great doubleheader. Miami, Orlando, Spurs and Lakers. And then ABC next Sunday will be in Boston for the Magic and the Celtics. A lot of terrific games this week coming up.
I think a great substitution by Doc Rivers, because now it forces Kobe Bryant to defend somebody. Before he was defending Rondo, no pressure at all defensively. Now because you put in size, you can't go with Brown or Blake to defend Pierce. Bryant is forced to be a defender, and it takes something away from his offensive game.
And he just picked up his 4th foul. Bryant and Bynum each with 4. Rondo goes past Blake. Beautiful move from Rondo. And it's back to 9.
But again, that's a mistake, because you shouldn't be up pressuring Rondo so much that he can get by you on a direct line drive. You have to cushion him and contain him and make him shoot jump shots. So to me, right there, yes, should Steve Blake have gotten help by somebody coming over to trap on that baseline drive? Absolutely. But if you're the initial defender, Blake, you've got to say, I've got to be able to contain his first dribble and make him shoot a pull-up jump shot.
And if you're a coach, you say, hey, Steve Blake, if he makes that jump shot, that's on me. But I can't live with him getting dribble penetration and all the way to the cup.
Odom hits a pair. Celtic lead is 7. They put the ball into the hands of Pierce Bryant, guarding him with 4 fouls. Rondo yelling at Murat Kogut, and there's the foul call. Well, he asked for a foul, he got it. He probably got fouled the first time. Blake doesn't like it as he picks up his first. It's 3 team fouls on the Lakers already. See him yell? Well, he
fell down.
Right.
Thank you.
Not a lot of calls being sold very well here this afternoon. Pierce steps back. He has had it going all afternoon. 32 now for Pierce.
So good at that pinch post position where he can put the ball on the floor, use his strength, and also a knockdown mid-range jump shoot.
Pierce looked like he was saying to Bryant something there. Shannon Brown for 3. Way off. Odom right there to clean it up. Still plenty of time remaining here in the 4th quarter.
If I'm the Celtics, I'm going back to Paul Pierce.
Robinson inside the big baby. Davis inside, left-handed. Len Davis puts the Celtics back up by 9.
And give Nate Robinson credit. He shot the ball extremely well. I'm not so sure when he played in New York if he would have given up a good shot, which he just had, to get a great shot by Glenn Davis.
No, you're sure.
Gasol way short. Robinson has had a big impact in this game. 11 points and then that nice assist, his second of the game. Davis this time from outside. Crowd very anxious right now. Gasol spinning against Davis. Davis biting him up way short. Davis played him very well. Rondo to Davis. And Davis can't get it to go. Gets back his rebound, but he was out of bounds and not established on-court position. Yeah, we'll have a timeout.
Well, you're always trying to convince your players. Give up a good shot to get a great shot. Here, Pierce gets doubled. Robinson wide open 3. Spots the big Glenn Davis for the layup.
And how about the truth? Paul Pierce, great defense, great contest, but give me
Guy's history. And 2 years later, the Lakers the ones celebrating after an epic 7-game series. 3rd quarter deficit. And for the first time since that Game 7, these two teams squaring. These two have put on a show, but it's Pierce's Celtics with the edge right now, as both individually the stars have been excellent here this afternoon.
And if I'm Kobe Bryant, I shoot more. After watching that last post move by Pau Gasol against Glenn Big Baby Davis, that's a soft move. If I'm Bryant, I'm thinking, get me the basketball.
And a foul. Chance for a 3-point play.
The power you have over players is incredible. You said it, he did it. But I'll say this. This is unusual Laker offense. They have 30 baskets now, 9 assists, because there's been more isolation. And that, to me, individual move, that to beat great defense.
Oh, I can't count on the other thing.
Pretty finish.
I understand what you...
They say not in the act of shooting. So it's the 14th foul.
And this should be Kobe Bryant going up for 2 shots. Joey Crawford says, no, I have on the pass or on the ground. Lakers have to take the ball out of bounds on the side.
Bryant steps back. Off the mark, Garnett, another rebound. Garnett with 12 boards with 12 points here today. Also 4 assists. Steps out. Garnett too strong. Rebounding numbers big in favor of the Celtics, plus 13. Bryant leans in and puts it in. It's a 6-point game. 35 for Kobe Bryant.
And this set with Rondo at the elbow has given him a lot of trouble, giving the Lakers a lot of trouble.
Pierce on the pull-up. That won't go in and out. Bynum the rebound.
That's good offense, but good job by Steve Blake contesting the shot of Pierce.
Bryant to drive. Double team. Adjusts. Lefty shot is good. Ready. Play. 4-point game. And the Celtics call timeout. He's got 37 now.
Celtics playing good basketball, but Bryant says enough is enough. Takes over on the offensive end. Last 7 Laker points done by Kobe Bryant. Grown man move in the middle of traffic, having his way. Celtics up by 4.
ESPN's NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And the all-new Kia Optima, official vehicle of
5:19 remaining here in the fourth. Kobe Bryant's team down by as many as 9 here in the fourth. But right now it's a 4-point game. The Lakers coming back, led by Bryant's 37.
A little over 2 minutes to go, or 2 minutes earlier. Pau Gasol one-on-one post play. A soft bailout, settling move. Does not get back on the defensive end. Bryant says enough is enough. It's time to put the kids to bed. Grown men play when it matters most. No help by the Celtics, allowing Paul Pierce to play one-on-one. Bryant has his way, comes back, gets into the paint area. And then again, help comes, it doesn't matter. This guy wills the basketball in, getting his team back into the ball.
When you're putting the kids to bed at this time of the day, you're putting them to bed without dinner.
Sometimes they're acting so bad, they leave you no choice. Go to your room.
What a disciplinarian. Garnett on the pull-up. That's good. Kevin Garnett's had a strong game. And it's back up to 6. We're under 5 minutes remaining. Fisher, Bryant, Blake, Bynum, and Gasol in the game. Rondo looking to help out. Ray Allen now on Bryant. Tough turnaround shot. Won't go. Garnett with another rebound, number 13.
Not a good offensive play by Bryant, but good defense by Ray Allen, forcing him to catch it further out and then not allowing him to beat him.
Big Baby gets past Bynum, draws the foul, and puts it in. What a tough shot from Davis, and a chance for a 3-point play.
He faces up against Bynum, attacks the baseline, gets by Bynum, draws the contact. Good finish. Now, he has a unique ability to get shots off in the paint with very little elevation.
You're right, but somewhere Jerry West is saying that's bad defense.
And Jerry West would be absolutely right. You're 7 foot against 6'8". You got to be able to contain him and make him shoot it up over the top of it.
Davis undersized every night. Somehow manages to find a way.
He's my 6th man of the year, Mike.
Bryant bank shot won't go. Garnett tips it nicely to Rondo. Celtics have regained control. Alley-oop to Garnett and the finish. And the largest lead of the night or the afternoon as the Celtics go up by 11.
Where are those big men right there for the Lakers? You have to run back.
Jackson, no doubt, not Mr. Sunshine in that huddle after what happens here.
Offensive trip, but take a look. Celtics get the rebound. Bynum and Pau Gasol. Look at the effort to get back. Nobody's hit a home run. You can't be in a trot. Kevin Garnett goes coast to coast on an all-out burst and gets an uncontested layup. If you want to win, don't tell me. Show me with your effort.
Horses trot, players run.
Bryant. Allen doesn't go for the fake, tries it again, knocks it down. What a tough shot.
The degree of difficulty for the shots, the Lakers are taking much tougher shots than the Celtics are.
39 for Kobe Bryant, Jeff. Pierce lost it out of bounds. Bryant deflected it. Nice defensive play.
You know what separates Kobe Bryant? My mentality would be okay, I just took a bad shot and it didn't go in. Let me try to play through somebody else. His mentality is, I just missed one, so what? I'm going to take the next one.
Steve Blake getting big crunch time minutes for the Lakers. Allen does another good job. This time Bryant way off. Fight for the rebound. Still loose. And Davis able to take it away from Bynum. Rondo. Allen for three. Bang! Ray Allen from downtown. And it's a 12-point Celtic lead.
But we talked about it early in the first half. Disciplined offense eliminates the transition play of the Boston Celtics. When you have to go one-on-one, you ice and you take bad shots, they're going to get it going in transition.
Offensive foul as Davis, who leads the NBA in drawing offensive fouls this year, gets another one. And this one's starting to get away from the Lakers.
Team defense, clearly outside of the restricted area. Big baby Davis comes over, weak side help, takes the hit. Outstanding team defense by the Celtics.
And too much isolation right now for LA.
Celtics, meanwhile, 59% shooting. Allen again! And it's a 14-point game. Incredible shooting from the Celtics, who again, coming off a game, a season low, 71 points in Phoenix. Bryant pulls up. That one's good.
I think this is why the Celtics have ultimate confidence that they will beat the Lakers in a championship series, because they are determined to take the Lakers bigs out of the play. The big guys of the Lakers just don't want to play right now.
Season high 41, tying it for Kobe Bryant. Shot clock down to 6. Allen trying to find room, throws up a wild shot, doesn't hit anything. And Lakers come back the other way, under 2 minutes to go. 12-point game. Bryant fakes, drives, adjusts, back shot won't go. Gasol can't hold it. Pierce has it. Ahead to Rondo. And Rondo wisely hold it up. Well, what a turnaround. The Lakers look like they're going to make a good run here in the fourth, and the Celtics making all the big plays here at crunch time. Inside, Rondo banks it in. And this one has gotten away from the Lakers. Phil Jackson wants time. Equaling the largest lead of the afternoon. Great and Nuggets in Denver. A lot of big games coming up this week in the NBA. Meanwhile, some terrific defense as well from the Boston Celtics, Jeff.
Absolutely. They're playing not one-on-one with Ray Allen there. He's doing his job, but it's 1-on-5. They have 5 guys tied together defensively to try to make Bryant's shot as difficult as possible. The man guarding him has to try to make him shoot it up over the top, but if he gets by him, help always has to be there. Give Glenn Davis credit.
Bryant goes backdoor, deflected by Ray Allen. And the Boston Celtics are going to get this victory here this afternoon.
And you see after that timeout, Phil Jackson takes out Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum. Goes small with Lamar Odom playing the 5. I think it's just too little, too late. Bottom line, if you're going to play small, I might as well go small.
Rondo inside pass to Davis, who finishes 15th assist for Rondo. And smattering of boos there from the Laker fans.
You know what the hard thing about with Rondo is, you lay off of him so much that when guys are coming off screens like Ray Allen, you have no pressure on the ball, so he's able to put it right on target. And I think that's a dilemma when you're guarding Boston. Should you pressure him and encourage him to try to dribble penetrate, or do you sag and give him, like a quarterback, ample time just to pick out the open man?
And the fans now heading for the exits here. As Rondo, 11th time this season, the 15 assist mark at least. Garnett count it, and a foul. And the Celtics just putting an exclamation point on a dominant fourth quarter. It was a 3-point game very early in the fourth, and the Celtics just ran away with it. It was also a 4-point game with 5.5 to go.
And another assist by Rondo. Does a great job taking pressure off of Doc Rivers to call the offensive sets. Has extreme confidence in his point guard to run the show. And Rondo doing a great job of doing just that.
And again, you looked at the Celtics bounce back after Friday. They shoot 60% from the field on the road against this Laker team. And Rondo can now dribble it out as the Boston Celtics get the first of the 2 regular seeding meetings between these two. Perhaps we'll see them again in the finals. A lot has to happen before we get there. But at least here this afternoon, Boston Celtics with an impressive victory over the Lakers. 16 assists for Rondo. They shoot 60% from the field and beat the Lakers handily here in this 4th quarter at the Staples Center. Final score, the Celtics 109, the Lakers 96. For Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Lisa Salters, and our entire ABC crew, this is Mike Green saying so long from LA. Now, except on the West Coast, stay tuned for ABC's World News or your local news over most of these ABC stations. Thanks for watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals.